Richie Lewis in the red. U23 world champ, taking on Logan Massa, All-American from Michigan. Trying to get back on track. Freshman year so far was his best. He's been competing with the best in the NCAA, just hasn't found that podium after that first year. We're in the World Team Trials quarterfinals challenge tournament. Massa fires off a high crotch. Lewis blocks him though. Upper body ties, they're pummeling a little bit. We have a blue passive. Blue passive. Another shot from Massa, heavy on the head. Lewis, one of the stronger wrestlers. His upper body, he's got broad shoulders, big arms. Massa a little more lanky and fluid. Now Lewis in on a single, but he won't get the finish. They call red passive. Coach Buxton wants to see that sequence finish out before he gets a whistle. But low percentage finish in that position, I would suspect. It's all moot. We're back in action here. Got it! And there's the second passivity on Lewis. Massa a little more active. I think that's the right call. Lewis has 15 to score, or he'll concede a point. Massa in on a pretty good shot. Reshot. Now he's in on a double. Lewis going out of bounds. They almost go into the scoreboard. Luckily, they the thickest part of the mat there. And it's a push out for Massa. Would have scored there regardless, but came close to 2 or maybe 4. In any event, Logan Massa gets a 1-point lead on that step out. For that shrug slide by is Massa. Snap down from Lewis. Final seconds of the first period taken away. And they'll go to their corners. Looks like Kellen Russell there probably works out a good amount with Logan Massa in the wrestling room. Doing the t-shirt dry down. CKLV towels for Coach Hughes. John Hughes, assistant coach at Lehigh. And Coach Buxton, Lehigh Valley Wrestling Club coach. Coaches and athletes, just a reminder, your waiting time tomorrow morning is 10 a.m. So Massa out on the mat with a 1-point lead. Richie Lewis for that come from behind victory. Massa underneath, Richie Lewis sprawling, has Massa's head on the mat. We'll get a stalemate restart. Misdirection single leg. Massa switching to a double, now he's back to that single. A lot of pressure on that head for Lewis, but now Massa has an angle. Trying to come from behind, he's picking it up. He's got plenty of time to work. Goes for the back trip. Has Lewis off balance. Now Lewis in the quad pod. Then he goes down, and we have 2 for Massa. Extends his lead. Now bent leg, looking for a turn. Massa loses grip. Lewis defends. I don't want you guys to change mats, but there are 5 NCAA titles on mat 2 right now. Back on mat 3, 3-point lead for Logan Massa. Still time for Lewis to get this comeback, but he's going to have to start working. I haven't seen too many shots from him. As I say that, he reaches in for a high C. And fires off a double. He's got his knees under him. He's got some strength. And Massa hips into him. Shades of Derek St. John against Jason Welch in the NCAA Finals. A little well-timed pelvis thrust can score you points. Massa working on top. They'll go back up to their feet. Oh, that was Jason Welch hitting it on St. John, but St. John ended up winning that match in whatever year that was. 20-something, I'm pretty sure. All right, back in collar ties. Now a 5-point lead with 30 seconds to wrestle. Interlocking fingers, warning on Lewis. Final 10 seconds. Lewis running out of time. Logan Massa able to just play defense here. He's going to march into the semifinals, still alive for that world team spot. A dude named Jordan Burroughs sitting in Final X. Lewis, not big on a handshake part.